Hello everyone, I am Arpit. In today's video, we are going to talk about tariffs because this word has been the buzzword since the last 1 or 2 months. In fact, this has been the buzzword since Donald Trump has come to power in America. He has been talking a lot about imposing tariffs, and now he has imposed tariffs on India. It seems that India has become the scapegoat, and this is going to impact India's trade with America negatively. So first of all, let us understand what are tariffs. Let's suppose there is a country A and there is a country B. There is trade happening between these two countries, exports from country A to B and exports from country B to A. So this plus this is equal to total trade between these two countries. Exports from country A to B and imports of country A from country B, or exports of country B to country A. Combining this is considered to be total trade between A and B. If country A exports more to country B, then that situation is called as trade surplus. Right? Now, let's suppose I am a manufacturer in country A and I manufacture this pen in country A and this pen costs 100 rupees. Now I have to export this pen to country B. The government of my country is having the prerogative to impose export duty on this pen. Let's suppose my government imposes an export duty of 5 rupees. The transportation cost is 5 rupees, let's suppose. And here, when the pen enters the country B, the government of country B has the authority to levy import duty on this pen. So let's suppose import duty levied on this pen is 10 rupees. Now what will be the cost of this pen when it enters the market of country B? 100 plus 5 plus 5 plus 10. This is going to be 120 rupees. Which increases the cost of this pen by 20 rupees in country B as compared to country A. Now, these two countries come in an agreement with each other and they say that whatever trade is happening among our countries, we will try to reduce tariff on that, so that the trade becomes more competitive, the demand increases. Obviously, when the cost will reduce, the demand will rise. And hence, they decide that on this particular item, that is the pen, they will reduce the duties to 0, export duty and import duty. Now, tariffs is a collective term used for export duty and import duty. Largely, it is considered as import duty because export duties generally are not levied by the countries because they want to promote exports. But technically speaking, tariffs includes export duty plus import duties. And let's suppose as a result of the agreement between country A and B, both the countries decide to make it to 0. Now what will be the cost of this pen entering the market of country B? It will be only 105 rupees. Why? Because 5 rupees of transportation cost will be there. This 5 rupees has been made 0 and this 10 rupees has been made 0. Now the demand for this product, that is the pen, will increase in the market of country B as a result of trade agreement signed between both these countries. Now, the situation between India and USA is kind of similar. Now, let's suppose this A is India and this B is USA. India is exporting to USA, India is importing from USA. And the total trade between India and USA was somewhere around $131 billion. And the best part for India in this trade was India was having a trade surplus, means India was exporting more to USA as compared to importing from USA. What did India export? Gems and jewelry, information and communication technology products, refined petroleum. What did India import? Crude oil. We imported a lot. Machinery, we imported a lot from USA. And USA was our largest trading partner. Now, USA being a developed country has outsourced its manufacturing sector to the world. See, there are three sectors of the economy: primary, secondary and tertiary. Primary is agriculture, mining. Secondary is industries, manufacturing, where goods are being manufactured, and tertiary is the service sector. Tertiary sector has the highest value generating potential. Secondary sector has the highest employment generating potential. Now, secondary sector consumes a lot of your resources as well. It consumes natural resources like water, coal, iron ore, and it pollutes the environment also. Now, the Western world has largely undergone this industrial revolution, and they have now realized that there is no point of having too much industries in our country. Population growth is not that high. We are developed countries, and according to the population theory of demographic transition, the levels of development as they increase, the rate of growth of population reduces. So population growth is not that high. We don't need secondary sector to accommodate more and more people because more and more people are not there. We should focus on the tertiary sector where this value generating potential is the highest. Why don't focus on that? And they have delegated the secondary sector to the developing world, like China, like India. For example, Apple. Technology and all is there concentrated in America. But where is the manufacturing happening? China, now India. And likewise, there are many industries which are like this, of the developed world in China and now in India. As a result, America ends up importing a lot of goods which are being manufactured in other countries for its economy. And as a result, the total trade deficit of America is somewhere around $1.2 trillion. And we can see that with respect to India also there is a trade deficit. Collectively, USA's trade deficit with the entire world is $1.2 trillion. And this amount is very huge. This much तो economy नहीं होती कईयों की तो. So this led Donald Trump to come out with an idea that we will be imposing or we will be rising import duties. Rising import duties will discourage the importers because rising import duties will increase the prices, and this rising import duties will compel them to make or establish industries in USA only. Like Apple right now has pledged that it will be investing $100 billion in America to reduce America's import dependence. This is how America will be great again. Make America great again was a slogan. Now, India and USA were discussing a trade agreement. But USA and India could not come to an end or could not come to a conclusion, or this trade agreement could not be finalized. Why? Because USA was pressurizing India to open up its agri market. Agri market means, vegetables, food grains and dairy products, fisheries also. And America was pressurizing India to reduce import duties on such agri exports by USA to India. India said, I'm not going to reduce import duties on the agri products. I'll keep them high. Why? Because if I reduce, then that will enable cheap agricultural products to enter my economy. As a result, agricultural products at cheaper prices will be available for the people. People will benefit, but what about the agricultural products produced by our domestic farmers? Who will, procure them or who will buy them? And hence, the interest of our farmers will be compromised, and hence we are not going to succumb to this pressure that reducing import duties on agri products. Besides this, we are ready to negotiate on any other sector, but not on this sector. Why? Because in India, more than half of the workforce is dependent upon the primary sector, that is agricultural domain. Their incomes would have been severely impacted, and this stand of India was taken in the national interest. So this is what we need to understand and know about this tariff war which is happening between India and USA, where USA has imposed 25% tariffs on India and additional 25% because of India's imports of oil from Russia as a punishment to India. So I hope you've understood this concept well. I'll be meeting you for other concepts as well.